What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today, we're gonna be doing a full face first impressions, testing a bunch of new makeup. There have been so many new releases that are just rolling on out for the summer, and I am super excited because some of this stuff is very highly rated. Some of it's gone kind of viral. Like, I wanna see, is this stuff worth your money or not? So let me be the guinea pig. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, I'm just gonna go in and prep my skin with some of the Makeup Forever Step 1 Hydra Booster. I'm feeling a little dry today, and this is really nice to really boost up hydration. It also gives a nice subtle glow to the skin. So we're gonna jump in with this first before we go in with anything else. Not a new product, but just a product that I know works for my skin. So I'm gonna go in with that to begin. Okay, for a new product to really amp up the glow, we are going to go in with this Cali Ray Just Add Rays Glow Boosting Drops. So these are basically kind of like a liquid bronzer from my understanding. It says that you can apply this directly to your skin, or you can blend it with a primer, lotion, or serum. So it's basically supposed to give kind of like a bronzy glow to the skin before you go in with actual like foundation and complexion products. So it does say to shake it up, which I just did. I'm gonna apply some of this to my makeup sponge and then onto the face. I actually feel like that probably would have been better if I applied it just directly to my face because it's a really light product, but it smells like a tropical vacation. Cali Ray is like a very I feel like it's like a California like surfer girl kind of brand that does look really pretty. All right, I'm gonna try and apply this to my face, but I do not want to drop it on my clothes, which I feel like I always do when I do this. So there we go. Very liquidy product. And I'm gonna blend it out. I feel like it does give a really pretty glow to the skin. To me, this is like very similar to the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, which you guys know that I absolutely love that product, which means this is a nice product, but it is a lot more expensive than the L'Oreal Lumi. So I'm not sure that you necessarily have to get this one, but it definitely does make the skin look nice and glowy and gives us a little bit of a bronzy tint. And I feel like it helped to match the complexion a little bit better before we go in with our foundation. So I do like that. For foundation, I do not have a brand new foundation, so I'm gonna be going in with a new foundation, but I have used this basically ever since the first time that I tried it. It came out a couple months ago. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. If you haven't tried this, I'm gonna need you to go to Sephora and get this right now. It is so good. I have raved about it in a lot of my videos. I wanna thank Makeup Forever so much for partnering with me on this section of today's video, but you guys know already I love this product. But I'm gonna go in with shade 2Y30. Just gonna apply some directly to my sponge. This retails for $43 at Sephora, and it comes in 40 different shades, which is incredible. It's waterproof, it's super long wearing, but what I personally like the most about this is that I feel like there are so many foundations that claim like natural looking, gonna look like your skin. Like I feel like every foundation pretty much claims that. This is one of the few that actually really does do that. It gives you a good medium coverage, like it covered up, like I have acne and stuff down here, which it covered up, got rid of most of my redness, but you can still see like my natural skin peeking through, and it really does look like your skin, but better. And it has a natural finish, so it's not overly matte or dewy. It's like literally right in between, like the way to mimic natural skin, the way that it would actually look. So I really, really like this. Truly a beautiful product, and has quickly become one of my favorite go-to foundations because of the way that it looks on my skin and because of the way that it wears throughout the day. It will continue to look beautiful as the hours go on and not like wear off or become patchy or drying to the skin. My skin is more on the dry side, and it's completely fine. Although one of my best friends has oily skin, and I actually recommended this to her, and she loves it too. So I feel like it can work on a wide variety of skin types. So I will link this down below. Like I said, you can get it at Sephora, but I will put a link right down below where you guys can get it. I think you will really like it. Okay, for concealer, we're going to try out a new one. This is from Kosas, and this is the Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. So I have this in shade 4 Neutral. I thought that I had tried this, but I didn't. So I was like, okay, let's try it. They also have a new foundation, which I haven't tried yet. So I'm just gonna apply this to my under eyes. It feels actually really cooling. I don't know if it's just like hot underneath these studio lights on me, or if it actually feels cooling, but it feels good on the under eyes. And I'm gonna do a little bit in the center planes of my face just to brighten and highlight. It kind of has like a slight little scent to it, but it's very like not super scented, which is nice. And the Makeup Forever foundation has no scent to it at all, which is personally what I prefer in my complexion products, but a light scent I'm all right with, and that's what I would say this concealer has. So I'm gonna go in and blend it out. Blending out pretty good. Definitely does look brightening, which I like. Like I feel like that brightened up my under eyes quite a bit and doesn't feel drying. Blend out the center planes as well. This actually looks really nice. I like this. It's definitely more of a medium coverage concealer, I would say. It's not full coverage, which is typically what I'll go for in concealers, but I actually think this one looks really beautiful. Gave me a lot of brightness underneath my eyes, does not feel drying, blended out really easily. So I'm hoping that it doesn't crease. I will update the description box down below. So I will have all the products I used listed down below, and I'll put a wear test update on this concealer. I'll wear it throughout the rest of the day. It's stormy outside, so it looks darker than it is. It's 2:43 in the afternoon, but I will wear this probably till like midnight because I stay up late. And I will update you on how it wears. But upon first application, I do think that it looks really nice on my under eyes. Okay, up next on our cheeks, I want to try these new little blushes. These are from YSL, and this is from their new line, like NU, not like new, but they are also new, NEW. Anyways, I love the skin tint that they have in this line, and these are their lip and cheek balmy tint. So I'm gonna use them on my cheeks. I have 3 different shades here. I think I'm gonna go in with this one, kind of like a raspberry-ish shade. This is New Flush. I really don't know what to expect about these at all, so I'm gonna grab a little brush. I feel like typically with like liquid blushes, I feel like little brushes apply them best. I'm gonna put a little bit on my cheek. It's like not coming out, gotta get it going. Oh, this is thick. Okay, that's why you really have to press this hard. It is a thick product. It's not like a liquid. That's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so it's definitely thick. I feel like that was a lot, so let me disperse some over here. Okay, wait, I think this is actually really pretty though. Wow. Okay, so it was very different than I was expecting. It's honestly like a, I guess balmy, like I guess maybe it's like a balm. It's definitely thick, like you gotta squeeze this to get it out of there, but that looks pretty. And that just like morphed into our foundation really nicely, like it didn't pick it up. It just kind of like blended with it. You definitely want to apply this before you apply any powders or anything, but that looks really nice. Very natural. Okay, we're gonna go in and set the face before we jump into anything else. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Setting Powder. I use shade 1 underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna show you the magic that this performs. I've showed you guys before. I'm gonna set my under eye with this. It is just like the most brightening, smoothing, blurring powder that I have ever tried. So I just set my under eyes with it like this, just like a fluffy little brush. I don't bake with it. I just go in and press it into the skin and like look at the difference that made on this eye compared to this one. Like it literally just like blurs it out. So this setting powder is an absolute must. If you have not tried it, I would highly recommend. It does come in shades. So like I said, I am using shade 1 to set my under eyes, and then I normally will go in with either shade 2 or 3, depending on like how tan I am, to set the rest of my face. So I'm gonna go in with shade 2 today and just set my face down. What I like is that it adds a slight bit of coverage since it is tinted, but it's not really meant to give coverage. It more so is just making it so that you don't get that like white cast that a lot of translucent powders can give to your face, but it sets the face and just puts like basically a beauty filter on your face and makes it look so airbrushed and flawless, but it's not gonna dry you out and make you look like heavy and cakey. So it has definitely been my must have. Like, you need to try it if you haven't already. Okay, let's jump into our eyes. Now for our eyes, I have this new, I think it's like a Palm Spring inspired collection from ColourPop. This is called the In the Springs palette. I thought that it looked really pretty, so fun for summer. So we're gonna do a pretty little eye look with it. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Neon Kiss first, like a neon orange. And I'm gonna buff that in my crease. I'm gonna bring it up into the upper crease area as well. And you guys know, as always, you can use code Kelly, which will give you a discount on ColourPop's entire website. It'll give you 10% off if you guys wanna get this palette or anything from them. All right, so now that we got that orange up in there, making its little appearance, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a deeper shade. I think I'm gonna do, you know what, let's go in with Sizzlin' first. I try when I do these types of videos to use as many colors as I can so we can see how they work. So I'm gonna just use the same brush with that and introduce that into the crease to begin to deepen it. But I'm not gonna bring this into the upper crease, just keep it in our true crease area. Then I'm gonna go in with Palms Away, which is like a warm, deeper brown. I'm gonna work this into the outer part of my eye, like so. Then I think all over the lid, I wanna go in with the shade Hot Tub. This looks really pretty, so I'm just gonna use my finger and press that in on the lid. Ooh, love the shimmer. Shimma, shimma. Don't you guys worry, I promise we're gonna use the blues too, because I know y'all are gonna be yelling at me in the comments. We're gonna use the blue. We're gonna go in with Hole in One first. This is like a navy, so this is the darkest shade in the palette. And I'm gonna go in and press that into my lower lash line. And then I'm actually gonna bring it on the upper lash line as well. I'm only gonna do it about halfway on the upper lash line and then wing it out where they meet so that there's no harsh lines in between like the orange and the blue. Do a little wing action there. Same thing on the other eye. Okay, now that we have that down, we are going to go in with Climb Time, which is a shimmer, like a lighter blue. And I'm gonna actually mix that in with a little bit of Intense. So I'm gonna mix these two together and then we're gonna buff it out on the lower lash line for a bright little pop. I'm gonna jump in with shade Soaked, which is this light blue, and I'm going to pop that. Where is my little brush? I'm gonna pop that in the inner corner, a little bright pop of blue there. And then I'm gonna take the shade Prick Me, which is the lightest shade in the palette. It's like a light shimmer. And I'm gonna put that right beneath the brow bone. The formula on this one reminds me of like their Super Shock highlights. It's like a bouncy kind of like texture, which is pretty cool. Okay, I feel like our look is super summery, so I like that. I'm gonna go in with one of the little ColourPop cream gel liners from this collection. This one is in the shade Crystal Crush, and it's like a light blue. I'm gonna put that in my waterline. In my humble opinion, I feel like the ColourPop cream gel liner formula is the best for the waterline because they actually show up and are pigmented and they last a very long time in the waterline. So I love these. They're just really popular, so a lot of times they are sold out, which stinks, but hopefully they will have these in stock since they are a newer release. I'll tightline with it as well because I do love this formula. Okay, now this next product I am interested to see. I've seen a lot about this. This is the new Tartelette tubing mascara. So I believe tubing mascaras are supposed to really give you a lot of length. So let's go in and see. The packaging on this is very luxe. This is what the wand looks like. Nice, like slim kind of tapered wand. So I'm gonna go in with this on my lashes and let's see how it does for us. You guys know when it comes to high-end mascaras, I'm normally pretty picky because I feel like the drugstore has so many amazing mascaras. So I'm definitely tough on higher end ones. Like if you're gonna charge more, make sure they're good. So let's see. So far this does look like it's really giving me a lot of length though, which is nice. Okay, that is with about 2 coats. Definitely gave me a lot of length on my lashes, so I like that and didn't make them look clumpy. I'm gonna go in on the other side. I like that this is like a kind of like a thicker mascara formula. It's not super liquidy, which I always find for my lashes, those are the type of formulas that work the best. When they're super liquidy, I just feel like they don't do anything. They like make my lashes go downwards, where this one isn't doing that. Okay, so this is with 2 coats on each of my eyes. I know I said I'm tough on high-end mascaras, and I am, but this one actually is quite nice. What I like is that it gave me a lot of lift and a lot of length. I will update the description to let you know if my lashes like completely fall, but I feel like this is gonna hold my lashes up because they're not moving so far. I'm gonna go in and do this on my lower lash line as well, but I feel like because the wand is small, you can really get in there and like lift your lashes up, which I like. Okay, up next, we are going to finish off the face, and I have a bunch of new stuff from Jaclyn Cosmetics that I am excited about. She has some new bronzers. So I have 2 of them here. I have Skinny Dip and Vitamin D. The packaging on these is really nice. I like it a lot. Definitely has like a luxe kind of feel to it. So this one is Skinny Dip, and then this one is Vitamin D. Vitamin D is a bit deeper. You guys may have seen me throughout the video. I've been using this as a mirror because it does have a little mirror in the compact. And they smell really good. They have an interesting smell though. Like it's like a sweeter smell, but it's not necessarily chocolate. I don't know, like maybe like a caramel and chocolate or something. It smells good nonetheless. It's different than like any other scent that I have in bronzers, but I do like it. I think I'm gonna go in with Skinny Dip. This one looks a little lighter. Let me just grab a brush. I'm gonna dip a brush in here and then go on. Actually, I like this. I noticed with a lot of her bronzers, they're more warm toned. Like this is definitely more warm toned. It's not a cool tone bronzer, and neither really is this one. This one's a little bit more cool toned, I would say, Vitamin D. But this one gives a lot of warmth to the skin and is like a true bronzer, but it is matte. So it doesn't have any shimmer or anything to it, but it's gonna give warmth to your skin, like kind of give you that sun-kissed glow, like you got little bit sunburnt, a little bit bronzy, a little bit more natural than a lot of cool tone bronzers that have more grays and stuff that can show up a little bit more gray. Typically, you're supposed to use cool tone bronzers to contour with, but I feel like because these are matte, you can kind of do the brontour thing where you're bronzing and contouring all at once, which is kind of what I'm doing with it. And I think it looks really nice and flattering on the skin. So I do really like this. I like the scent and I like the packaging on it. I think it's very nice. And it blended really flawlessly like into my other complexion product. It isn't like streaky or chalky or anything. Now for blush, Benefit Cosmetics came out with a bunch of new blushes. This one really caught my eye in the shade Krista. It's like a super bright corally. I've been loving these kind of shades, so I'm gonna go in with this on our cheeks. Ooh, yes. This one has a little bit of shimmer to it. Smells really good. I love this. I love these like bright pops. I feel like this is definitely really bright, so you can go in with just a little bit of it and you're still gonna get a lot of pigment with our eyes and everything. We got a lot of colors going on, but it's summery, it's cute. This looks really, really pretty as well. I do definitely like this. Now we're going to go in with one of Jaclyn's new highlighters. So these are the Reflective Light Putty highlighters. So I have this one in this shade Sun Lover. Looks like this. Kind of, this is just like what the packaging looks like. So I'm gonna go in with my finger because it's a putty. So I feel like, ooh, looks pretty. These normally, in my experience, putties apply better with a finger than they do with a brush. Ooh, that is beautiful. This one definitely has like a yellowy kind of undertone to it. But she came out with a couple. I think there's like at least 4. Let me look at the website to make sure how many different shades there are. Okay, yeah, 4 different shades in these highlights. In the bronzers though, there are 10 different shades. These putty highlights, I believe, are not new. They just brought them back. I think when she launched highlights for the first time, they had these putties in there, if I remember correctly. So I think they're just bringing them back now, and they are definitely pretty. I like that they can be applied on top of powders, which is nice. They're definitely gonna give you a lot of shine though. So like if you want something like subtle, that's not gonna be these. They definitely are pigmented and shimmery and will give you like a blinding kind of look. Okay, now for our lips, I'm really excited. This is new from Fenty, and these are their Poutsicle Hydrating Lip Stain. So I have this in shade Zesty Bestie, which is like a orange. I thought that would look nice and kind of tie in the eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this. I feel like lip stains are normally not hydrating, so I'm very interested to see how these are, because I feel like if anybody can do it, it's Miss Rihanna. They almost feel like a lip lacquer or something going on. This shade is really pretty. Okay, you can like blend your lips together with normally with like lip tints, you cannot do that, or lip stains. I love the color on this. Okay, wow, this is actually really cool because it literally, like it feels like a lip gloss and it has a little bit of a glossiness to it, but nothing crazy. But it has that like lip stain kind of look to it without being super drying. So this is actually a very cool product. Like I feel like it really is a glossy lip stain. I don't know how else to describe it. It's not like a lipstick, but it's not like a lip gloss either. Definitely a very cool, like unique kind of product. It does not feel drying at all. I'm gonna kiss my lips. I'm sure because it does have glossiness, it's gonna transfer. I mean, it did transfer, but not crazy, but we still have that color on our lips, which is kind of the point of like a lip stain. Like even when the product itself comes off, your lips are still kind of stained, that color. Like this is definitely a very interesting product. I actually really like that for summer. Like you can apply this on, you have that stain on your lips. So even if you're out and about doing something you're not reapplying, you still have that color on your lips. Even if like that glossy texture that's over top comes off, but it doesn't feel dry. So this is really cool. I actually like this a lot. And I feel like it's very different than anything else that I have tried. Now I do wanna go over top because I wanna try one of Jaclyn's lip oils. This is actually probably one of the favorite products that I have ever tried from Jaclyn Cosmetics is her lip oils. I really liked them. She came out with like 4, I think, last year. One of them, like a brighter orange color, is one that I use all the time, but they came out with 5 new shades. So I wanted to try some of the new ones. So this one is the shade Petal Drip. It's kind of like a pink. So I'm gonna go over top of the lip stain with this. Ooh, these two together could totally be a vibe. And if you see when I apply this, it's not taking away any of the color of that lip stain. Like my lips are staying that color, which is cool. And this kind of adds like that glossy, like that high gloss kind of finish to it. I like that combo. Pretty. Okay. Well, that is everything, you guys. We have a very colorful kind of look going on today. I hope this video was helpful to you if you wanted to try out some new products. I'll have everything linked down below in the description box, so check there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.